The topic I want to talk about today is Bitcoin neutrality.
Crypto legend Andreas Antonopoulos explained Bitcoin when it was worth only $100 in 2013 to an empty room. I mean, this guy even got up and walked out. When was the first time you heard about Bitcoin, and how soon after did you act on it? For me, I first heard about Bitcoin in 2016. I was making an online purchase for an item in India, and it said on the screen, "We accept Bitcoin." I had no idea what Bitcoin was. I clicked on the description. I read it for a few seconds and then I clicked away. It was just too complicated at the time. And it wasn't until a year later in 2017 that I finally bought my first Bitcoin. By ignoring Bitcoin in 2016, it was a very costly mistake for me. But when was the first time you heard about Bitcoin? But even if you did hear about Bitcoin in 2013, you probably ignored it like most people. But you know who didn't ignore it back then? Smart money. When we look at companies like BlackRock and Fidelity, we think they just heard about Bitcoin and crypto, but they've been here for a while. That video of Andreas is from 2013. And then just 1 year later in 2014, Fidelity started mining Bitcoin. They have been here for a very long time. Retail pays attention to crypto when things are exciting and everything is going up. But when things get boring, they run away. Whereas with smart money, not only do they pay attention during the bear market, they double down.
I figured this is my third crypto winter.
Yeah, you've been through a few, yeah.
So, and then when you figure on, bear markets and the securities market, I've seen plenty of ups and downs, but I see that as an opportunity, and I was kind of raised to be a contrarian thinker, and so I have this knee-jerk reaction that if you believe that the fundamentals of a long-term case are really strong, when everybody else is dipping, that's the time to double down and just dive extra hard into it.
The reason Fidelity, the world's third largest asset manager, doubles down during the bear market is because they understand the value behind Bitcoin.
What does Bitcoin neutrality mean? Neutrality in Bitcoin means being able to adopt Bitcoin in any culture, any language, any religion, any geography, but also any political or economic system. So Bitcoin neutrality is about making Bitcoin a standard that is independent of your desires and expectations. This isn't a libertarian currency any more than it's a communist currency. It's a currency, and it can be applied to any political system, whether it is the political system you like or not. It's a neutral currency.
It's really that simple. Money that anyone can use anywhere in the world and no one can stop it. And it's still relevant today. While banks are failing, Bitcoin continues to rise, and Bitcoin's uptime is 99.9%. Meanwhile, banks aren't even open on Sundays, holidays, or nighttime. And we continue to learn about smart money that has been accumulating for years. The Kingdom of Bhutan has been quietly mining Bitcoin for years. This tiny country may be a Bitcoin whale. And I'm curious to know about these guys sitting down in these chairs. Definitely legends for sure. And if they were in that speech listening, I could only assume that they packed their bags. And then another very famous video is Da Vinci. He was telling everyone to buy Bitcoin in 2013. Just put in $1. And I'm going to show you that clip.
And a lot of you are skeptical. A lot of you don't believe in the Bitcoin system, and that's fine. You can stay on the sidelines, but if you really, really want to become wealthy in the future, I would suggest you take $1 frickin' $1, buy some Bitcoins, put it in a goddamn wallet, put it fucking away. Okay, I'm sorry for swearing, but you know what? It's just $1. Get some Bitcoins, put it away. Goes to nothing. Who cares, right? You only spent $1, right? You'll get a million Satoshis for $1, right? And the way I see it, that will be worth $1 million just for inflation once Bitcoin gets to where it's going to be. So it's up to you. You know what? I know you're not going to listen to that advice, most of you, and it's kind of sad because you know what? I was proud of the fact that once at least 5 people have become either millionaires or well off that have emailed me thanking me for recommending Bitcoins.
That video is legendary, but I'm not so sure even if I did see this video 9 years ago if I would have acted on it. I read the comments. Why wasn't this in my recommendations 9 years ago? Where was this video when I needed it? Whoever didn't listen to this guy effed up big time. And the reason I believe most people would not have bought Bitcoin even if they saw that video 9 years ago is because the same thing is happening today. Those videos of Andreas and Da Vinci, while they're historical, they're not that unique. We see the same thing every bear market. We've been seeing it the last few months. Very intelligent people educating the world on crypto, but people ignore it. They only start paying attention again during the bull run when everything is exciting. I remember during the 2021 bull market, I was getting texts every day from family and friends talking about crypto, asking, should I buy now? And by the way, if you're ever asking someone, should I buy this crypto? That's probably a good sign that you shouldn't buy it at that moment. But now those texts have dried up. I rarely get them. I started getting some during Balaji's famous $1 million Bitcoin bet. It brought some excitement. But now that that bet is over, people have completely left this space. And I want to say, if you're watching this video right now, you are the minority. Global crypto adoption is estimated to be only 4.2%. When I say most people ignore crypto, what I mean is they hear about it, but they don't want to spend any time learning. When those videos from Andreas and Da Vinci were made, it was only Bitcoin. But today it's Bitcoin and an entire altcoin ecosystem. There are so many projects, so many opportunities, but most people have no idea about them because even if they hear about them, they don't want to spend any time learning. The advantage you have today, simply just being here, watching this video, spending 20, 30 minutes a day on crypto is so big. It's so big because most people don't do it. And of course, Bitcoin and crypto, it's a very volatile market, right? It's not risk-free. For me, I keep it long-term. I dollar cost average. And I have family members that tell me, what should I do when it comes to crypto? And I tell them it doesn't matter if I tell you what to do because I can tell you about the crypto, but what I can't teach you is emotions. Because I've seen this before already, right? I spoke to some close family friends and family members, and I told them, yeah, I buy Bitcoin, I buy some other cryptocurrencies, and then when the market crashes, which it will again in the future, I simply continue buying. And they say, sure, when that time comes, I'm going to do the same exact thing. But of course, when the crash happens, what do? They get scared, they sell everything off, and they leave the market. And then they enter again when prices are high. When it comes to crypto, you can't just simply read an article or listen to a short TikTok from somebody. You have to actually learn because when it comes to investing in the long term, it's not just about technical skills. It's also about controlling your emotions. And where I think crypto is really going to shine is when central bank digital currencies are fully implemented. But before you buy your next cryptocurrency, you must see this graph right here.